So I'm going to share an important aspect today about from this book. Sorry, Think and Grow Rich. About 10 major causes of failure in leadership. Right. So we know we have so many books from John Maxwell. Vijay keeps sharing about leadership books. Right. So we know what we have to do, but at the same time we need to know what we should not do. Okay. What are those failures? So I'll just share the PPT and I show what are those 10 major causes. And then I will share the journey of PIM and book club with my personal story. And then I'll relate that to these 10 points again at the end, right? So I'll quickly share my screen. So what are those 10 points, 10 major causes? Let us quickly see. I hope you're able to see the screen. Okay. So what is the first thing? Inability to organize details, right? When a man, whether he's a leader or follower, okay, admits that he is in his plans or to give attention to any emergency, he admits his inefficiency, right? So second thing is unwillingness to render humble service, right? It is also called as servant leadership. So you unconditionally serve your team, right? Third thing is expectation of pay for what they know instead of what they do with what they know, right? So as we know, like knowing, having the knowledge is potential energy. How do you convert into kinetic, right? You have to apply the knowledge what you have. Okay, that is what matters. That's the world rewards people with what they do with what they know. Fourth thing is fear of competition from followers, right? So see, coming to leadership, when you help people, your followers, to become leaders like you, when you pass on that knowledge and make more leaders, right, your work, more work can be done. And so many times without you also that work can be done because of properly setting up that proper leadership. And we also know that the people who get work done, right, they are paid more than people who do all the work themselves, right? And what is the next thing? Lack of imagination. Okay, so if there is no imagination, how will you meet emergencies? How will you effectively lead your followers, right? So what is the next thing? Selfishness. So yesterday I was reading one WhatsApp forward, Modi is telling the like honoring people of India and then government of India. So this person had written, okay, if it is the other party, they would have first written it's because of them and then people of India. So okay, right? You need to first honor the people who are working for you, right? Yeah, money is important, but recognition is also very important, right? So what is next one? Intemperance, right? Lack of self control, especially on bad habits, right? Disloyalty, this is self explanatory. You need to be loyal and you have to develop the trust both up and down with your associates. Emphasis of the authority of leadership, right? So if you are a real leader, you will not you will encourage people, you will encourage your followers, but and you don't invest time in making them fearful. It's not like that. If you are making them fearful out of fear or the negative thing, you are like a problem leader, right? You have to be a real leader. Real leader just walks the path and he knows what he's doing. Emphasis of title, right? So actual leader, he doesn't wait for his title. Okay, irrespective of whatever title is, wherever you are, you can start right, you can start your leadership at home or office, anywhere. So these are the 10 major causes of failure you have to take care. So coming to the journey of PM, if you see, if you see, I think you would have attended one of the PM workshop by Vijay Kandal, right? So he shares his journey. When 2008, he was working in semiconductor industry. He also started his entrepreneurship journey, right? So he took 5 years of his effort to become a full-time entrepreneur. During this course, when he started in 2008, he was seeing, I mean, he was married, but and over the period of this time, he had his first child, he still had 24 hours. When he was married, he still had 24 hours. When he was working, he still had 24 hours. Then again, during the course of entrepreneurship journey, he still had 24 hours. And when he has two kids, like he still had 24 hours, right? After that, in 2019, he started like PIM. I was seeing his YouTube videos. When I was seeing his YouTube videos initially, I remember Kiran's name also was coming there. So, okay, who will do all the back end work, right? Video editing, video, like if you have to put on YouTube, music, subtitles, so many things. Who will do that, all that, right? It's a startup. So I used to see Kiran's name regularly in seeing the videos, and that's how I approached him on Facebook, right? So, okay, that is one thing. PM still, okay, Vijay has 24 hours, right? He's doing so many multiple things, wearing so many multiple hats. Okay, after PM workshop started on weekend last year, what happened? Book club came into picture. Why book club came? Because that was the vision. The vision of PM was to impact 1 lakh professionals 2020. Okay, empower them. So book club had to come into picture. Again, who has to take the charge? Vijay himself can't do, right? He has to create leaders. Who those leaders have to come out. So luckily for us, Kiran took the charge of this book club, right? And he gets mentorship from Vijay. He's getting mentorship, right? He is developing his leadership. Kiran is able to run without just a small support of Vijay and his mentorship. Okay, so through this book club, if any point of time, if anything, there was a break, right? If you see these points, I would have not been speaking, and you would not be listening to me, right? So on this book club is helping us so much in so many ways. I can't explain that, right? So when I want to start my own book club, this 2021 Vijay's vision is to empower 1 million professionals 2021. It's a big vision. So I was asking Kiran, I also want to run my book club. I have my very passionate in this personal coaching and mentorship. Kiran is also passing that leader. Who will pass that leadership and those nuggets, this mentorship? It doesn't come easily, right? So this is how PM journey started. And now I'll just quickly correlate whatever the points I shared now, right? Okay, so these 10 points, I hope you will be able to connect, right? Inability to organize details. If Vijay would have told, okay, there is so many buckets, so many hats, I don't have time. Okay, what would have happened with PM, right? Unwillingness to humble service. Who like Kiran? I can take Kiran, who he did so much of unconditional. He's not being paid by Vijay, yeah. Okay, so he did all that work, humble. So that is like servant level leadership. Even because of that, like last week there was PM reward ceremony, right? Kiran was recognized, and Bharat was recognized for his impact in health club. They both were recognized. Okay, that where does that come? That comes in selfishness, right? Okay, Vijay was honoring them, and he doesn't have any like fear of competition, right? What is competition here? The quality and the value add they are providing here, you better bet, right? So imagination, no, there's nothing to explain about that. Without imagination, nothing would have happened, right? So emphasis on authority, leadership, title, all these things, right? Everybody's taking it. We don't have any titles here, right? Kiran doesn't have title, Vijay doesn't have title. People are doing, and we are impacting, they are impacting, right? So I hope you are able to connect with this journey, and yeah, thank you so much.
Wow, speechless. No words spoken now. Everything was spoken already. So